Hi, everyone. This is Michael Cannon representing the TooMedToo's Star Wars Network.
Hi, everyone.
Space Roach?
Space Roach is here. I know
How you
him.
doing?
Hi.
Long time no space.
It is frozen. It is frozen, I think. Space. There we go. Yeah, we're fine. Can you hear us? Because I think we're the only one here. What up, Dylan? I know,
Yeah.
right? And Liz.
Woo.
I guess this is... Look at me. I'm the YouTuber now. Right? Right?
Yep.
Get it? I don't know what happened.
Sensation.
We lost the med. I guess this is our stream now. Hi, everyone. Welcome to TooMedToo's show. We heard you just fine, my dude. Me just fine. Do we see TooMed? Greetings. Hello, DJ Red 4. Ah, Red 4. I see what you did there. That's also a Star Wars reference. Yes.
Placeholding for TooMedToo's.
That's right. We're holding it down. We're going to be talking about things. We like. I thought TooMed was just sitting super still. Yeah, no, super frozen. Super frozen. He started and he just froze. And we're like, uh-oh. I don't know what's happening. I don't know how to remedy the situation, but here we are.
Maybe supposed to go out and come back in?
We shouldn't. I mean, we're live now. He hasn't messaged me. Let me check Discord.
Well,
just make sure. If not, okay.
How are you guys doing?
Yeah, how's everything? Who here missed you, bro? I missed you. Roach, we need to get on the phone, bro. My birthday is Saturday. That's what I want for my birthday present. An hour-long conversation, uninterrupted by Space
Your
Roach.
birthday's
Love you more than wings. I love you more than wings. I love you more than wings lore. So. On TooMed's like, my internet went out. We are holding it down for you. Down for you. All right.
Just chilling here.
Here we go. So, speaking of wings, let's talk about our favorite kind of ships.
From
Okay.
Space.
We got X-Wings. X-Wings are cool.
TIE fighters.
TIE fighters. TIE fighters to me are
TIE
cool.
Sick.
They're cool, but I'm about to.
Not for space journeys.
I'll log in for your birthday. Oh.
Not for like. I
Just
wouldn't
phone call.
travel in a TIE fighter, but man, they're good for kicking some ass.
Yes. Well, the interceptors are the ones I like. They're ones with the pointy wings, like what's his face? Darth Vader, like his. He's got a really cool one. Look it up. Who's the nerd? Hi, my name is Mrdylangray. This is my wife, Chef E. Gray. We're married, so that's why we have the same last name.
We're holding it down for TooMed.
Yes.
The internet went out.
I die flying an X-Wing. You would. What do they have? Hold on. In Star Trek, Roach, because you're a Star Trek, but it would be fun, right? What kind of ships do they have? Do they have fighter? I mean, do they just have the giant ships that they shoot at each other, right? They don't have like any like crazy small ones that go choo 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 choo, right? It's more like pew pew pew, right? Or it's more like choo. Like I don't know. I think it's more chew, right?
Then pew.
And yeah, in Tales of Honor, something cool that they do because they're a space navy. Oh man, interwebs. I know, right? Interwebs. They fight broadside like an actual navy would, because on the ocean they're not going at each other head on. They're going sideways. They're trying to get the better targets. They go on the sides. So in Tales of Honor, that's what they do. They shoot broadside. And if you haven't read Tales of Honor, it's pretty dope. We're talking real military protocols, political intrigue. There's a six-legged space cat that is telepathically connected to the captain of the ship. So, all realistic things, guys. So check it out. There's a series. You'll go sideways. Got to go sideways. Sideways, this way, that way. Doesn't seem like a Federation does, but it seems like Romulans and Klingons have tons of little fighters, right? Okay, so I figured, because I'm remembering the movie. I remember seeing the Klingons coming down all with their smaller ship. They seem to be more like cargo ships, kind of, with the Feds.
Better than Halo.
Better than Halo. Here's where the internet's gonna hate me. I'm not a Halo guy.
Gears of War is cool.
Gears of War is cool. I like Gears of War. Mostly the chainsawing people in half. We're talking Star Trek on TooMed's Pocket. We're just holding it down. We're talking all space.
We're just comparing
We're just
spaceships here.
Yeah, we're talking about spaceships.
It's like comparing automobiles from different builders.
Yeah, like there's like
GM and Buick,
right.
And
he's going to hate me for this. Yeah. What? Why? We're gonna blame this on Roach? He hates the internet for this. This is the internet's fault for it going out. Okay. What? We gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here with the Trekkie stuff. I hate you for that, Roach. Leave Roach alone. Leave Roach alone.
He's trying to keep.
He's a beautiful human. He's
trying to keep the conversation going here.
Yeah, we're just trying. We are juggling the best we can. We were going to talk Bad Batch, I guess, tonight.
But we don't want to get too ahead without TooMed.
That's right. Whoa, I see what you did there with the alliteration, guys.
Right.
That's my wife. She alliterates like a motherfucker. Now,
I do know a lot of words.
She knows a lot of words. Okay. Safe to say she's looked up a lot of things when we argue about things on the internet. So it's very important.
I also read a lot.
She does read a lot. Books.
And big books.
Yeah, big books, little books, medium-sized books. I'm not downloading this Livid stuff. I don't blame you. I mean, you don't want to have an amazing morning watching my show, the morning routine. You lucky dog, right? Wifey is right. Look at his face. Look at his face. Look at his face. And you guys can't see it, but she's sitting down and her butt is great too.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's on the internet forever. It's canon now. On the internet.
It's on the internet.
Everyone
forever.
knows Elizabeth's got the booty. And funny enough, she got it from her dad.
It's true.
Dad's got cakes. Mom did not have cakes. Sounds lame, Mr. Gray.
Sorry.
No, he's talking about my show. He's talking about my morning show. Not your butt. I'm pretty sure the butt's okay. I don't think anyone's gonna argue with a nice butt. Not in this economy.
What if butt's not your
Nah.
What if you're a boob guy? Like my sister, huge tits.
Yeah.
And my brother-in-law is totally happy with that.
Yeah.
But she's got like a negative ass.
Yeah,
thing
it's
going
like
on.
it goes
It's
inward.
not really negative. It kind of like, I don't know.
I mean, obviously there's gotta be cushion. She's not all whole. There's ass there. The audacity to sue me my gender. Oh, I'm sorry. I just call everyone dude and Brett. My bad.
Yeah, it's true. He calls me dude and Brett.
Yeah.
All the time.
I even have gone as far as to call her Brett.
It's true.
It's true. This is real stuff.
Like dogs. I feel like everybody has like a gender that they tend to say automatically first, or like the sex of the dog.
Right. Well, no, all dogs are boys, all cats are girls. That's science. Everyone knows that.
That's total science.
We need to know. Was the butt lame or we need to know. Is my show lame or the butt? We gotta know. This is important. Because I like both thoroughly, personally. She's like, oh my God. Here we go.
I'd probably require me standing up.
She's like, I don't want to show my butt. Just trust. Her butt's not like. How did we get here?
Well, we started with
the important issues of 2021.
with spaceships.
Yes, we started with spaceships. So
And we moved on from there.
Right. Y-Wings. Let's talk about Y-Wings, the bombers. Now, a lot of people don't know this. They're called Y-Wings because they're shaped like the letter Y. This is true.
Conveniently enough.
Yeah.
It's like how they basically named Cloud City like they named Hawaii, like the big island in Hawaii. There's lots of clouds here. Let's name it Cloud City.
Well, I mean, it's very much in the clouds. That actually makes the most sense. Although it is, what does anyone?
It's a big island. Let's
Here's the
name it
question.
Big Island.
Here's the question. Butt lame. Okay, it's a butt lame. Okay, cool. Well, check out my show then. Check out my morning show. It's people's morning coffee. It's true.
It is.
Not lately. It's been super slow. But regardless, that's not my bad. I blame society. Why wings? Why? Okay, my Star Wars dudes, or my Star Wars dudes and dudettes, and non-dude-nary people. What is Cloud, the planet that Cloud City's at? Is there nothing else going on over there? The smack of TooMed's font face is in the distance.
Oh, because of just the nonsense that's happening
Just the nonsense.
in his
Well,
stream.
yeah. This is what
we
happens.
can't help it that his internet is not working. We're just trying to provide you with some entertainment.
We're doing the best
Is
we
Is
can.
it not working?
Somebody tell me what's
Do we
on.
suck at this job?
What's under the clouds on the planet of Cloud City? That's what I want to know, guys. Somebody tell me. Does anyone know? There he is. He's back.
What's happening?
We talked about Star Trek for a little bit.
Stalagmites. The whole planet is stalagmites.
Oh, Space Roach is here. No wonder Star Trek talk.
Yeah. Question
Yes.
though. What is on the planet that Cloud City's on? Or is it all clouds like Jupiter? Do we know?
I mean, it's a gas planet.
So no one knows. So we could get something cool. Like there could be a new Lando movie or something. The triumphant return. Yes, the triumphant return of TooMed.
Sorry, we tried to hold it down as best we could. Maybe not as best, but it was entertaining.
I enjoyed it. I had
Oh,
fun.
I'm sure it was great.
Wasn't as much Star Wars content as the show should be.
Yeah.
My show should be whatever we make it for every day.
That's right.
I had somebody on here. We talked about pizza and food for the first 45 minutes of the hour. So, you never know what's going to happen.
You never know.
Sounds pretty glorious.
But
You
yeah, there was.
should tune in.
It's funny because not a lot has been going on, and Star Wars news lately, except for BS. Hello. I don't even know who's talking to me over there because it doesn't show up. It just says Facebook user, so I don't even know if it's someone just trolling me or if it's one of my friends or whatever. But
Could be both. Could be both.
yeah, it could be. I'm gonna do a little bit of research on this because I don't know if you know this or not, but I have a ton of Star Wars books. Yeah, and I
You have
actually
2,000 pounds of Star Wars books. Wow. I'm not even that impressed.
You know what? Probably not that much, but I had to buy like a real bookshelf, like made out of solid wood, already put together. It's like 300 pounds to put all my books on because I was breaking all of my other shelves. I think it has like 150 pounds per shelf. But like I got this bad boy. Oh, where is it?
Nice.
Now it's a little bit out of date, I think. I mean, like Papa Hidalgo, who is head of the story group, wrote the book for Lucasfilm back in like 2006 or 2008, whenever it came out. It's just an encyclopedia, so some of the stuff's outdated or no longer really canon. But yeah, whatever. But yeah, there hasn't been a lot of Star Wars news going on, and then the last week, we find out we have more spin-offs coming on. There was a big book roundtable for the High Republic today. They had 5 of the authors that are writing it, including the comic book authors, working on that. I know Dylan's not a big fan of the comic book, and or either one of them. They.
I tried.
What did you call it? What is it called when they?
It was a tropical fish. It was a tropical fish because the lightsaber was not going to just stop and rock, okay, or tree or wherever the hell that was, and like this person falls, this Jedi falls, and like they're climbing this big towering rocky tree kind of thing, and he uses the lightsaber, or she uses the lightsaber to stop herself. But come on,
she wouldn't be able to stop. She'd just keep going.
Exactly. And so I was like, tropical fish, I'm out.
Okay.
Also, Yoda didn't seem old enough to me.
Like,
well, I mean, all right. So
unless there's like
in the Mandalorian, he's 50 years old and he's like a baby. So you got to figure it takes him a long time to get there, and then they kind of get old quick at the end. So it's like the last 50 years takes forever, like equivalency wise. The last 50 years, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a weird.
I think I said that completely backwards, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, it's a weird race. And by the way, do we know what happened to the girl Yoda that was in episode 1? That was in the episode? Do we ever know what happens to her?
I don't believe so, but she's a Jedi. She could be out on a mission. There's a lot of missions that the Jedis take that they're on for 4 years, 5 years, 10 years. So
right, because they quest essentially, right?
Yeah, she could have started a mission at the beginning of the Clone Wars and easily been gone for those few years off somewhere else doing.
She could have died.
Training new Jedis on her own planet.
There's also, also with Order 66 that basically fixes all. Like, where are the Jedis? They all dead.
Mm-hmm. Oh wait, no, there was but then they get to pull stories out. Oh, this one survived. This one survived. But also, maybe she was the one that took Baby Yoda and brought him to safety. We don't know who that was yet. We're supposed to find that out. It was. We're assuming it was an Jedi. Also, it might have been someone else.
Yeah. So we'll find out. Hopefully this season of The Mandalorian, which comes out, I think, in November, October.
It should. I believe they're still filming it. So we don't have an exact date on that. But I mean, the Bad Batch goes until August. So we have another 2 months of Star Wars.
Till August?
Every week.
Yes. Yes. Sorry.
There you go.
Yes. Because so good. Love it.
All right, so tell me what you think. That's what we want to talk about. Well, we're actually a little bit past the halfway point, but that's the way things go and life goes. But what?
Well, I don't know when Boba Fett releases.
That's way late, right? That's 22, right? Or is that this year? Boba Fett.
That's going to be 22, I believe.
22.
Boba Fett's books. Is that what it is?
The book of Boba Fett, but that's the thing too now with with the volume, they can film so much of a show or movie and not actually have to be out, on stages and doing everything that it might take them just as long to film the movie, but they can keep things a lot more secret because it's all being done in basically one hangar or one room, and then all of a sudden just go out and do all of the practicals or the second stage or whatever the movie shits. I don't know. I'm not the movie guy. That's Dylan, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So so it's not here and there. It's just go out and pound all those out. I don't know, but yeah. All right. So anyways, rambling off. Bad Batch.
Yes. So I love when we talked about this maybe a couple weeks ago, and I love your comparison to saying like it was going to be like an A-team, because that's what I thought. I thought it was going to be like, okay, they're going to go off and do these missions during the Clone Wars, and it's going to be like, oh, the specialty team doing majorly Black Ops with their specific set of skills, you know what I'm saying? And when the first 5 minutes when I found out it starts during Order 66, I was just like, yes, this is perfect. Let's fill.
Everybody dies.
Everybody dies. Let's fill in these gaps. Let's figure this out, because that's what I want. I think that's what the best things in Star Wars right now are the things that are filling in gaps. You know what I'm saying? The main stories, not so much, but the gap filling. That's where I'm at.
And there's so much that we've been waiting to hear.
Yes. There's so many holes.
Out of The whole universe.
Yeah, galaxy. But yes.
Yes, the whole galaxy.
But yeah, like I did a really quick. I had things, you know, it was a normal day off, so half of the things I tried to get accomplished didn't take place. But some of the other ones, I found a file on my computer that I made for a YouTube video. It's just like a 2-minute video, and I was like, "Oh, this is really cool," and I was like, "I'm just gonna put it on there, you know, and not worry about finishing all the rest of the stuff because it's been sitting on the computer for a year." It was for this guy. Somebody sent me a Porg tiki mug from
That's dope.
Galaxy's
Is that-
Edge. What was that?
Is it? Did they make it from scratch or is it bought? Is it Mondo? No, it's
No,
not. Mondo.
it's from Galaxy's Edge,
Okay.
and it
Okay.
was Tatooine Sons. I don't know if you've heard me tell the story, but it's a father and his 2 sons. That's Tatooine Sons, and they were invited to a Last Jedi viewing with Ryan Johnson. So there was a Q&A afterwards. So it's them and 100 other people in a room with the director watching the movie, and then a Q&A afterwards. And, you know, of course, they say, what was the name of the Porg on the Millennium Falcon? You know, the one that's eating all the wires and shit and get everything. And, he, you know, Ryan Johnson's like, I don't know. What do you think his name is? And they're like, his name was Turbis. And he's like, okay, it's canon. Like, or he didn't say it's canon. He's like, okay, his name's Turbis. Whoever it is, make it happen. And it took like it was a 2-year campaign and everything, t-shirts made, and just, you know, a bunch of nerds walking around being like, yeah, we did it. But then of course everybody afterwards is like, you know, how do we get I want to have something named, and it's like it doesn't work that way. Like this, you know, once in a forever or once in a generation that it's going to happen, something like that. Especially now, you know, maybe in the past, but yeah, so they sent that to me. So the Porg's name is Turbis. So now all Porgs are named Turbis in my eyes. You know, it's just like, hey,
it's like Marklar, you know, they're all Marklar.
Yeah, it's
they're all Turbis.
Yeah, so I did a really quick rewatch of the Bad Batch today. I haven't watched any of the episodes more than once.
That's what I told Dylan this morning. We didn't get a chance to rewatch it.
Yeah, I did it in like 45 minutes. I just kind of was like, oh, you know, I started from the beginning. I forgot that the beginning of it was literally like a Clone Wars episode. Because I remember when it, then I was like, oh shit, yeah, now I remember when it came out. I was like, oh, I don't think I'm going to like this because I like the Clone Wars, but just being a continuation of exactly how it starts off with, you know, this is going to be the what you know, BS at the beginning of it, and I was just like, no, I don't really think I'm going to. And then that was it, just to bring us in. But yeah, we're getting a lot of amazing stuff,
definitely
happening in there. Like, you know, you have the first episode is, you know, introduction for everything. But then, you know, we meet up with Saw Gerrera. We meet up with I think it's the second episode. Cut, who is the clone that got away and went and had his Twi'lek family going on.
Right.
He's a smart clone.
But okay, here's something that I didn't get though. Doesn't he still get the Order 66, or does he have to hear the Order 66? How does that work? Because he still has his chip, obviously, right?
No, he didn't have his chip.
The farmer got his chip out?
Yeah, I don't remember how.
Okay.
But that's from the Clone Wars. That's from the Clone Wars cartoon.
Right. No, I remember.
And, you know, and then they bring in like, oh, Rex was just here. So it kind of gives you a time frame of when it is, but you know, it's one of those things when you're dealing with the timelines, it's really hard to tell what's going on. You know, within a few weeks or a few days or a few months of something, especially when you're talking about traveling through the galaxy and, you know, taking days or weeks to be here or there. And even though you have, you know, it's like information now, like all you gotta do is turn on your phone or whatever. But if you don't turn on your phone for a couple of days, you have no idea that something happened or whatever's going on.
Right.
So it's like, oh, how could they not know, or be a week? I mean, I check my mail once a week if I'm lucky. Sometimes it's 2 or 3 weeks because it's all junk mail or stuff I don't want. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I really, yeah.
Shit, I missed that.
I needed to get that.
Yep. It's like, oh, I sent you an invitation. Like, oh, sorry, but whatever. It's New
my
York.
inboxes across the board are the only one that's not completely piled up with unread messages is my Discord because no one ever sends me anything there.
Oh, my emails are way behind. Like, I don't even know how. Like, I think my regular email has like 20,000 emails in it, and the majority of them are. Yeah, I never check. I skim through. Like, I'll have like 40. I'll get like 40 or 50 of them in a day, and I'll just skim through and be like, I should probably read this one or that one, and then I just never delete anything. And now I don't want to go ahead and delete all of them because what if there's something in there at some point in time I actually do have to find out it needed. They could be like, well, we sent it to you a year ago on this date. I could be like, okay, there's the email. But anyways, yeah. So that's how lazy we are to delete.
But yeah, bottom line, Bad Batch is dope. Really happy with how it's been done, how it's been directed, all of that stuff. I really find myself really, really liking the strong guy. He's my favorite. I always forget his name. What's his name? Anyone know? Siegel? Let's look that up.
Siggy?
Bad Batch characters. Boom. Okay, so we've got.
I just like the seagull.
Yeah, we'll just call him Siegel. All right, here we go. Clone Force 99. We've got. Let's see here. Wrecker. That's his name. Okay, Wrecker.
Well, yeah, because you got to remember, Clone Force 99 has Crosshairs, who's no longer with them, and they picked up Echo, who we believed had died during the Clone Wars, and then we find out for the Clone Wars final season that no, he was still alive, but he's more machine than man.
Right.
Yeah, which was
that's
sad.
So sad. Oh my god!
Like when they brought him back, and he was just like, "I just don't know anymore.
Yeah,
I'm not me." Like,
yeah, he's like, all I'm doing is just simulations in my brain over and over and over again. Yeah, not cool. Not cool. Hey, not cool, insurgents.
Yeah, the whole thing, like, that just seemed so intense.
Yeah,
it was so sad. I'm affected, Mr. Ray.
It happens.
Well, that's like, so just complete side note. My doctor's office called me a couple weeks ago, like, oh, you haven't been in a while. You need to come in and have a physical. I was like, okay. So I go in, and my doctor's like, all right, so what's going on right here? I was like, I don't know. You guys called me for a physical. He's like, with my health issues that I have, I see a doctor once a month anyways. He's like, no, you're fine. He's like, okay, yeah, whatever. So the appointment was like 20 minutes long. I think for 15 minutes we talked about Star Wars. The other 5 minutes was just him making sure that everything was actually really okay. But it was like 5 minutes, and I was like, all right. But that goes into where, like, for his kid, Clone Wars, some of the episodes in Clone Wars are a little bit dicey. Like, they're a little bit too much for like a 6-year-old or a 7-year-old.
Right.
That's depending on what kind of your parenting skills are. I mean, just let them be raised by wolves, or be a helicopter, or somewhere in between.
Yeah, I don't think that necessarily like adult, but they're definitely like a little bit more like mature kind of thing. Yeah, not necessarily like guts are being splat out.
But people are definitely dying left and right.
Yeah, people are dying.
Like
politicians are lying.
People are dying on casually,
yes.
on a regular basis.
Yes.
Well,
I mean, it's a war.
Just like I know you don't involve yourself in all the BS drama that goes on, but Slave One, which is Boba Fett's ship, a new, I don't know if you heard about this, it just came out, or it all came about yesterday or today. Lego, there's a new Lego coming out for it, and instead of calling it Slave One, they called it Boba Fett's ship. And so of course people are flipping out. What Slave One is? Well, because it's meant for 8-year-olds, and Lego a lot of times doesn't even put the real names of things on it. They just do it what an 8-year-old is going to call it, Boba Fett's ship or whatever.
Baby Yoda. I got so mad at my nephew and my uncle because he kept calling Grogu Baby Yoda. I'm like, we're way past that. You've seen second season. It's not okay. He's like, he's 4 years old. I was like, I'm not mad at him. I'm mad at you. You're a bad dad. Canon's important, okay?
It really is. But yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's crazy, but it's like people are literally getting offended, and it's back into Disney ruined my childhood and Disney this and Disney that, and it's like, I mean, when what was it?
They ruin your adulthood.
Well, no, their childhood, because their childhood, they don't have their memories have now changed. It was all a lie to them. So they're
I get that. Yeah. But I mean, you're also an adult at this point.
Right. Also, yes.
But yes, some things do ruin earlier.
But yeah, it's like, so like when Suicide Squad Legos came out, they called it the Squad. Why? Because for an 8-year-old, maybe they don't want to be putting on a box the Suicide Squad. I mean, like kids, and then like what I don't know. I don't know what the right age to explain what suicide is to a kid or whatever. But if you do teach them that it's something that isn't good or whatever, it's like then. But wait a second, why are we glorifying it to a little kid? So, anyways, yeah. But yeah, it's just supposed to show you how stupid things are, and I wanted yeah.
I'm totally on board with them calling it Boba Fett's ship. I'm totally on board with all that stuff because at the end of the day, this stuff is supposed to be for kids.
And it came out that it wasn't even like Lego decided that it wasn't Disney or Lucasfilm or whoever you want to call, the shot caller, had nothing to do with it really. They were just like, no, the name of the ship is still Slave One. It just didn't get put on a box. We don't know why are people going crazy?
Yeah.
But it's and
more people would be like, what the fuck is Slave One?
It's just not
than what, what I'm saying? Like there's too many casual Star Wars fans. There's more casual than hardcore fans now. Okay. And that's just going to happen. And calling it Boba Fett's ship is going to be a lot more marketable than Slave One, where we're going to keep like maybe a third of the percentage of the Star Wars fans that actually know what Slave One is. You know what I'm saying? Am I wrong? Because it's not a crazy known fact. Did you know his ship was called Slave One?
I have not.
And she's been in a Star Wars music video. Okay, she knows what's up.
This is true.
It's not great, guys. It's not great. I am not a dancer, clearly, and I am very repetitive.
I'm gonna upload it to my OnlyFans.
Right.
If you want to watch it there.
Yes.
So that's not an issue.
You guys will love it. Yeah. So where were we at? So Slave One, Bad Batch. Okay, yeah, we love Bad Batch. Who's your favorite character, TooMed?
I think Wrecker.
Wrecker, yeah.
I mean, if they would have put a Wookiee in there, I'd probably be the Wookiee, but they didn't. So my childhood is now ruined because there wasn't a Wookiee sidekick.
It could happen. It could happen. It's still early. We have till August,
This is true.
They got to have a Wookiee in there at some point. That would be a rookie mistake not to have a Wookiee. That's all I'm saying.
A baby Wookiee.
Yes. Oh!
I don't know. Omega makes it very interesting.
Yeah, Omega is another really cool character.
Where she's headed.
What I like about Omega is her curiosity and the fact that she's constantly learning. You know what I'm saying? Like she is learning and getting better. Like pretty soon she's going to be like all Bad Batched out,
Well, there was when it started, a lot of and we got the first picture of Omega. A lot of people were speculating that it was Palpatine's clone. But then like people were putting the Boba Fett from Clone Wars, they're putting them side by side, and it's like, oh no, they look like they're twins because they're clones of each other. Then of course they're like, well, it can't be a clone because if you clone something, you can't change the second. It's like, dude,
that's not true.
That's not true. This is not real science.
X-23, but Marvel has made it fantasy science
canon.
Not canon. what's the word?
Just gonna keep dropping it in there.
When you're like, when you're in a courtroom and you're like saying there's pre something, whatever. There's so in the X-23, the clone of Wolverine, the DNA that they had of Wolverine, the Y chromosome that they just couldn't. Damaged. It was damaged, so they've used 2 X chromosomes from there to make X-23.
Because a male has both.
Right, male has X and a Y.
X and a Y.
So it's possible.
They're able to copy the gene.
Yeah, it's possible in fake fantasy science. It's very possible. So.
Well, I would think in real science, it would be possible to do something like that, or take a chromosome from something else, and I don't mean something else like to make it a mutant, but like another person or whatever.
Right. Well, they can if you spend like a lot of money. 2 women can put 2 of their chromosomes together and make a female baby too. Yeah, we're basically useless now, TooMed. There's no need for men anymore.
I can't remember which country is developing it. There's a baby that's growing in an artificial womb. Like, it's crazy.
Okay. Oh, we have Lego Builder. Lego Builder coming in to talk about the Lego controversy.
Yes.
I can see comments from there too. I just don't know who is
saying them.
Yeah, writing them, saying them.
I do collect a little bit of Star Wars comic books, only the good ones though.
Lego Builder, the Gamer, 1999.
Like my favorite, I think, Star Wars comic book I ever read was definitely Dark Visions. We've talked about that on here. That was the anthology Darth Vader series, where he's not the main character. It's people that have to deal with Darth Vader. So. It's Space Road showing some multi-platform love.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Loving all over the platforms. So yeah, all right. Let's reel it back into some Bad Batch.
Yes,
I like
talk.
Tech. I think he's
Tech?
probably my favorite, the Bad Batch.
Really, Tech? Okay.
Yeah, I like because he's always like no, that doesn't make sense. No, the calculations just don't add up. Yeah. or he's like, well, it might work. Well, we could try.
Yeah. So your ideal man is the nerdy know-it-all.
I guess so. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Who's tech savvy because I'm not whatsoever.
Mm-mm.
And I need to rely on that as well.
She's so bad that I literally explained everything to her. She's like, I know how to open up a PDF. I'm like, okay, I'm just making sure.
He's like, I'm really just making sure. Sometimes you don't.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, yes, but if I was sending it and trying to change what type of file it is, then I will need help.
Then you get the text message saying, how do I do this?
Right, exactly.
Can I make this a JPEG? That's how bad I am.
Well, yeah, all you gotta do is just change the format, but that's
yeah, bada bing, bada boom. PNGs are also important.
That's why I'm a chef.
there.
And I cook for a living instead.
Yeah, she's a chef. She only uses a scale. That's as tech savvy as she gets. Oh, and a refrigerator. That's cool. It's pretty.
Mixers.
Weights and measurements. I do science.
Science.
Because I do pastry. Bacon cookies.
Bacon cookies, nice.
Sometimes.
So
Nice.
So we got Lego Builder talking about Cad Bane. So going along with the Bad Batch. So we get up to like I don't know, episode 3 or 4, and we find out that there's a bounty on Omega, or bounty hunters start coming after Omega.
Right.
So you have Fennec Shan coming first, who we first learn about, or is featured in The Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're going to get her and the Book of Boba. And it was funny. She was talking about in an article recently, she didn't know that she was shooting a different series. She thought it was The Mandalorian, like season 3.
No, she's like, I didn't sign up for this yet.
She wasn't even paying attention.
Well, they were saying like in their contracts it doesn't say the name of the show. It will be like just whatever random name. So she had no idea that when she was going from, when they switched filming of the two shows and she was still going in, that it was a different show that she was doing, until like halfway through filming the third season, or filming. Are we going to get the Book of Boba Fett before season 3 of The Mandalorian?
That would be cool. I don't think so, though.
I think wouldn't you be able to tell if you're doing voiceovers instead of acting?
You never know. No, well, she's not talking about no, literally like acting. Like the Boba show is live action.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, but that's where just watching it today, on a really quick fast forward, or whatever it was, 45 minutes to watch all 9 episodes. So just jumping around, like just how well intertwined they have everything. So
Filoni,
it's like
man.
that like that. Well, that's what if they had a story group for Legends, instead of just you write a book, and they completely contradict each other. So you have whatever it is, 25 years or 30 years of just stuff that, I mean, they're Star Wars stories, but they're not really Star Wars. That's why it's Legends. But you look into, I had a couple of good days at work where I was able to finish one of the Lando's Luck, which is a like a children's book or young reader book, just about a little trip that Lando went on. I was able to finish that book at work, and that's still canon, but it doesn't have anything in it that would really do anything. Like, it's just an adventure he went on. But they did the best fucking thing in there. The Mustafarian surprise. They're talking about towards the end of the book. They're talking about Mustafarian surprise.
Wait, Mustafar, isn't that where Vader's created?
Yeah, where Anakin. He was already Vader, but where Vader ends up having to become the Suit Man, was Mustafar.
But that's Vader's, I believe, palace is on there, right?
Yeah,
Mustafar, yeah.
But that was the Mustafarian surprise. I forget exactly what it was, but it was like a surprise where you get like burnt, and there was a comment about the high ground, and I was like, dude, this is so brilliant. And then people are like, what are you like? I started like talking to myself at work, and I was like, oh my god, yeah. If you're like, what? I was like, oh, just Star Wars. You're like, oh, okay. And they noticed.
People trying to work over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ever do that? I do that all the time. I'll be reading in public, and then something really cool happens. I look up, like someone else, like, oh yeah, I'm reading in my head. No one else heard this. No one else is going to react to this.
But then everybody's looking at you because you were, yelling. They're like, oh, that's the great thing about the audiobooks too. I'm trying to get them like, hey, let's play, instead of playing music, let's play audiobooks at work. Listen to some Star Wars audiobooks. Nobody wants to go for it yet, though. But, just wearing them down maybe someday.
One day at a time, man. One day at a time.
So, going back to Cat Bane, he is such an amazing character. He's
Seriously.
one of my favorites, not only from here, but from Clone Wars. And he's like the John Wayne of Star Wars. I love it. No one else has those shotguns or just like struts around like him. Like he's just always gonna kick some ass. And him and General Grievous, like they're just like, I love how badass they are in general.
I'm a big fan of shit talkers that can also back up their shit talking. You know what I'm saying? And both Grievous and them are freaking dope. I
don't know if I like this guy.
But that's the thing. He's the anti-hero. Well, not really the anti-hero because he's a bad guy. But he's not a bad guy. He's a bounty hunter. So that doesn't really.
Is he part of the guild? Or is he like such a dope bounty hunter? He doesn't even have to fuck with the guild because he gets such big name clients.
Yeah, I don't think he fucks with the guild. I'll have to double check her if anybody.
I'll look up right now.
All right.
Bane
Yeah, I'm gonna sneeze.
and Gil.
But that was they bring him in, and then it's like, oh shit, because
Like, how cool would it be to have a Cad Bane spinoff, like origin story?
Yeah.
that would be amazing. But then again, it's like, okay, when I'm seeing these people introduced,
Ending too
it's
much.
like you have Fennec Shan come in. Now you have her, she shows up in the Mandalorian. She shows up in the Bad Batch. She's going to be in the Book of Boba. So they're still having things kind of everything tied together, especially with the new characters. And
Yep.
okay,
She said, "What Django? No.
No, it said down there.
Where?
Right there.
Masters. Oh my God! Jango Fett was Cad Bane's mentor. I did not know that. Did you?
no,
It's in Wikipedia. That's interesting. I didn't even see that.
Yeah, and he was apprentice of Boba Fett.
No, Boba Fett was his apprentice. Yeah, we know that. Boom, boom, boom. I'm not seeing that he's in the guild. I'm not seeing the guild anywhere in here.
Look down on the
Affiliations, Hut Clan, Camino Government. Yeah, no, he is not. He's
just a badass of
he's
his own making.
Yeah, he's so dope. He doesn't have to be in a guild. He gets he. I mean, when you work for the Hutts, you're basically set for life.
Like, I just make money.
Yeah.
but a lot of people that work for the Hutts, their life isn't that long, so it doesn't really have to be that set. But it's like, so what if are we could we see Cad Bane in some other series? Is he still alive? Because it's in I believe it was one of the unfinished Clone Wars arcs. Boba Fett shoots Cad Bane. That's how Boba Fett's helmet gets dented. That's how they explain that. And so, like, we've seen the unfinished versions of it, and Cad Bane dies there, but it's not canon because it hasn't officially been released or said it was, it was gonna be. But just because it was gonna be canon doesn't mean, that we're gonna ever get it, or they can change the story. And then one other thing too, like you take the Bad Batch, the final season, there's a little difference in how that ends, especially with Maul. And in the Ahsoka book, there's, did she let him go? Did he escape? And then the helmet, did she bury the helmet? Did she leave it hanging on a pike? But then it gets into, like those little details, unless you're in a trivia contest, they're not that big of a deal. Like, did she bury the helmet or leave it sitting there on top or whatever? When you tell the story 20 years later and you say I buried the helmet or I left it on the grate, it's really not that big of a deal unless it plays a monumental part of the story that's being changed.
Right. I mean, for Pete's sakes, they could just make a new helmet. Like, that's easier than trying to explain some other stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't think. Yeah. I think
those helmets aren't just made out of thin air. That's a hard metal to get a hold of. It's not.
Oh yeah, it's the what's the Mandalorian stuff called?
Like vibranium.
Beskar.
Vibranium is Wolverine.
Wolverine.
Nerd. But I think I'm predicting right now that Cad Bane's definitely going to be dead before the sequels. But I think we're definitely going to see him in the Mandalorian. I think, that's where he'll die. I think if anyone's going to take him down, it's going to be Mando. That's my personal opinion. Thoughts?
Or his apprentice.
Well, he doesn't have one anymore. He doesn't need one.
What kind of thoughts?
Well, what are your thoughts?
like that.
On what I just said.
On your opinion.
Yes, your opinion.
And I was going with thought like a different way, but not as in an idea.
THOUGHT.
Okay,
Yes.
that's what I was trying to clarify. And Lego Builder, I'm glad you're feeling better. Hopefully you get everything recovers on you there. But yeah, I don't know. The way they're tying everything in together, if he was still alive for the Book of Boba, and then Boba Fett kills him, like that's how. But like they've already explained it. It already happened in the Clone Wars. So I don't know. I mean, listen, they have it all planned out. You know they do.
Yeah.
You know,
well, now they do. Now they do. That Filoni has his hands in it.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's what I think they do a lot of. Like they sit around and they just talk about, hey, let's try this, let's try that, and then if you go this direction, how can we spin off? And then what's it going to be? What kind of story can we do? Especially like with the High Republic. You need to start reading the books. The books are amazing, and they're literally creating their own Star Wars lore or world because it hasn't been dealt with.
Right.
If they would have gone to the Old Republic, you already have some stories in there, which they're legends anyway, so it doesn't really matter. You can do whatever the hell you want with it, and it doesn't make a difference. But just trying to come up with their own, and it's great. And so you just have a couple. Yoda shows up just for a minute or two.
Thank you, Lego Builder. Sorry, adamantium is yes. Vibranium is from Wakanda.
Black Panther.
That's right. My B.
That's what the captain's plate is made out of, right?
Captain's shield. Yes.
You know what I mean.
But it's not a plate. It's not. He's
Shield.
not. He's not like I don't
watch that much.
I'm gonna eat this spaghetti and then I'm gonna kill some Nazis. No, it doesn't work that way.
I'm not a big Marvel nerd.
She's not. She definitely likes DC more, for sure. Anyways, sorry. Thank you for clarifying, Lego.
Sorry.
I want to see live action Cad Bane before he dies. I want to see a live action Cad Bane.
That would be amazing.
I have no idea who I would even cast for that. Like who do you cast for that?
You could cast pretty much anyone because he's going to be. You need someone that is tall and thin, and you can cast anyone because then you're either using practical makeup or you're just covering him. Give him a Jar Jar.
Or you do it like Darth Vader. It's a different voice.
Yeah, they could.
An actor in a different voice.
Just give Doug. Is it Doug Jones? Who's the guy that's like in everything? That's always like, he was in the fish movie with the fish sex. What's that called?
Fish movie with the
fish sex.
What's it called with Del Toro?
What kind of movies are you watching over there?
What's the Del Toro fish sex movie?
The Beneath Blue Waters?
No.
No.
With the mermaid guy.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh
Tom Hanks?
Basically, that's
it's Splash, but it's like Splash.
Ape Sapiens love story.
Yeah. Shape of Water. That's the one.
Yes.
The guy who plays who also plays Ape Sapien as well.
I never saw that movie.
Ape Sapien. Yeah. I didn't see it there. Elizabeth did.
Del Toro.
Doug Jones. I was right. Thank you. I did. Japaniac likes me for one comment. Did not get trolled. I love it. Thank you. I did one thing right in their eyes.
But you questioned it, so did you?
He is Abraham in Hellboy. Yes. It's Abe Sapien. Thank you.
Yeah.
You said ape.
I said Abe Sapien.
Oh, I said ape. Anyways.
He's one of my favorite characters, and I love Hellboy.
Because Doug Jones is definitely tall, skinny, but, I mean, I don't know. Whatever.
But yeah, when you get into something like that, it doesn't really,
that's all?
It doesn't really matter who you get to play it. It's not like, you need Benedict Cumberbatch for Thrawn or something like that.
Oh, I would love. That's who I want for Thrawn. Straight up, Cumberbatch just reeks of Thrawn.
Does he?
Yeah. What part does he? He's British. He has great posture. He's pretentious. What else do you need for Thrawn?
Who's the guy that did Doctor Strange?
Cumberbatch.
Cumberbatch. Not him.
Not him. She's like, who's the guy? Yeah, not him.
I was trying to figure out who you're talking about.
Yeah, Cumberbatch. Benedict Cumberbatch.
Cumberbatch.
I don't think that's it. But yeah, but I mean, you can do anybody because you're not going to
I actually
see
think Dak Shepard
his face. I mean, it's not like, all right, you got Pedro Pascal to do the Mandalorian, and a lot of the criticism was he wasn't there half the time. A lot of his things were voiceovers. You know, it was John Wayne's grandson that was running around in the suit the whole time, or whatever.
Was it really?
Yeah.
That's cool. That's really cool, actually. That's just like we're gonna have John in this space western. We're gonna have John Wayne's grandson. Boom.
But so I mean, you don't really need a big name, especially if, like I said, you're gonna be covered in makeup or it's gonna be CGI. So you don't necessarily have to have, unless it's gonna be a quick cameo in an episode that you want to bring in a big name for. Or if it's going to be an ongoing in the series where you think having, you know, a good actor is actually going to make a difference, or somebody that's well known, because you're just, I mean, just make it Ahmed Best.
Ask Harrison Ford how his son feels, because his son is an actor.
Yeah, but I don't think he's gonna do any Star Wars, or does he? I don't know. I know Harrison Ford said he was done with Star Wars and only came in because Carrie Fisher died. And you could totally tell that scene in Rise of Skywalker was definitely supposed to be Leia, not Han, you know? Right? Am I wrong?
I don't know. I don't know if I ever thought about that or heard anybody saying that it was supposed to be the Leia scene. The Leia scene, I think, was supposed to be with her when, you know, he has the chance to shoot her on the ship and he decides not to. And then the other ship comes in. That's where you get the Leia Poppins.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't know I don't know about that.
Yeah. Who knows? We may never know. We may never. But I'll tell you one thing though. I love Star Wars just in general. It's across the board.
Yeah, I hope somebody's writing down these things. I said, "Oh, I'll look that up. I'll look that up. I'll look that up." You know, it's like, well, it's like you just did. Wikipedia is good to like look something up, but you can't learn Star Wars just reading off of, you know, Wikipedia.
Right.
You know, I mean, yeah, you can't. You know, there's a whole thing. Yeah, there's a new show that it's in pre-production, or, you know, it's in the works. Who knows, you know, if it's ever going to happen. I mean, the Obi-Wan show, Kenobi, has been in the works. You know, at Celebration in 2019, Kathleen Kennedy's on stage. She's like, "We have the scripts done, we have the actors done, everything's ready to go." And you know, it's 2 years later and they're still rewriting the scripts. So
yeah.
Did they ever have the scripts to start off with, or was she just trying to hype up the crowd? And you know, then it's like, oh, it's too much. It must have been too much like The Mandalorian, or it was like The Mandalorian, so they have to redo it. I think they would know if the two stories were the same before The Mandalorian comes out. Like, oh, The Mandalorian comes out and it's like, oh, we're changing some things in Kenobi, and be like, oh, it's because they're the same show. It's like, I think they would definitely have known that beforehand.
Right. Not like the day of production. No.
Yeah.
I would think so, especially if it's Disney. Like, they plan stuff out way in advance.
Yeah.
But
Otherwise,
the Acolyte show is going to be about the Inquisitors.
Nice.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
See, I thought the best Kenobi show, I probably have told this to you before, is I want to see young Kenobi and young Darth Maul show. Both of them it's like two stories in the same show and how they go up in the Force. You know what I'm saying? Because they both their destinies are always been tied together since they first met to when Darth Maul dies at the end. You know, they've always been destined together. So to see like how they came up, you know, because the uncanonized canon of how Darth Maul hooks up with Palpatine is so lame. So lame. I'm glad that that's the one thing from the Plagueis book that I'm glad that they got rid of, because it's literally like Palpatine's on the planet. Oh, God, why do I never remember Dathomir? He's on Dathomir, and this lady just walks up to him and is like, "Take my baby, bye." Like I'm paraphrasing, but that's basically how Palpatine gets Darth Maul.
So
really makes sense.
what do you think about with Kenobi? It's rumored that Vader and Kenobi are going to fight again. So, you know, I'm like, it's like everything I fucking say. It's like, well, there's a lot of people that are upset about this. Because we see in A New Hope, well, the last time we met, well, we don't know when that was. Everyone just, from what they know, but what if they actually did meet? Because it's a comic book. I'm pretty sure we find out that Obi-Wan thought that Anakin was dead, or Vader, whatever you want to call him, was dead. They left him there on Mustafar until later on, and somebody says Vader, or he hears about Vader, and then he realizes that he finds out he was still alive. And then could that tie into if the Acolyte show is coming out after the Kenobi series? I mean, it would have to. That's part of, you know, Obi-Wan. You're going to get a little bit of the adventures of him watching over Luke, because there's the stories of how he went and helped, you know, Uncle Ben, with, you know, whatever they were having problems with whoever it was, whether it was Marauders or the Sand People,
or some Huts, you know, somebody.
Yeah,
some Hut action. Yeah, well, it's definitely established in Hope that he knows who Kenobi is, that Luke knows who Kenobi is. Mm-hmm. You know, he's like, I wonder if you're talking about old Ben Kenobi, that old crazy motherfucker. You know,
well, because I mean, he was there to watch over him, and I mean, it's not that big of a place. You would probably kind of know the crazy wizard that lives, you know, a half a day away from you, from, you know, for whatever reason. But yeah, it's in I forget what story or wherever it comes out of. Could be another comic book. That when like Luke was 8 years old, Kenobi had to go down and help them out at the homestand. So, you know, it's like they have interactions, you know, and we're finding out that they had more and more interactions living in the same town or whatever. But, you know, it's just, this is what the story's gonna listen. Whatever they're gonna give us, I'm like 99.9% sure I'm gonna be happy with.
Filoni is full on hands on now, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. When they announce someone's taken over this or someone's doing that, like a different department or signed on with whatever, I don't give it too much really credence, because, you know, how hands-on is now. Yes, Disney watches over Star Wars because it's their big, you know, their big moneymaker. They spent $4 billion on it. Of course they're gonna, you know, they're building theme parks for it. Of course they're gonna be, you know, making sure and doing whatever. But how much impact do they really have? Like, how does Kathleen Kennedy really know the Star Wars lore to say do this or do that?
No. There's a quote from her that she says, it's not like we have anything, we don't like have books or anything we could take this stuff from. She literally said that quote. And I was like, you did, and then you destroyed it all. Like, I don't, right?
Yeah, but I mean, you kind of had to destroy it all. I mean, you can't, because nothing went together. I mean, Luke marries his spaceship, or he's having sex with his spaceship. Chewbacca gets crushed by a moon. And then in the next book, he's miraculously alive still. So it's like there's no cohesiveness. Like, yeah, there's some good stories in there, but now they're picking out of those stories.
Wait. Go back. Chewie got killed by a moon. Are we sure it was a moon? Because usually they say that's no moon in Star Wars.
Oh, Dylan. It's legend, so I don't give too much credence to. It's like the third time I said credence. I don't even know why.
I like it though. It's a good use of vocabularies.
Yeah, I like to dumb it down for myself.
TooMedToo's.
TooMedToo's, yo. Canon.
You don't like that joke?
No, that was good. I forget what I was saying the other day at work, and they're like, you say this a lot, and I was like, no, but okay. I think it was because I was teaching them how to do stuff, and I was like, you know what I mean, just to make sure that they're keep it up. So it's like I'd be talking to them, and they're doing something like, all right, you know what I mean, and okay, fine. If they say yes, all right, we keep going. I don't know.
Yeah, but, no, I say yada I mean, and all the time, and da da da, and dee dee.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep up sometimes.
Sometimes
I'm like, when you say dun da da to the dee to dee, sometimes I don't know what either of those things are referring to. So you're gonna have to make it more simple.
Yeah, it's fair.
Yeah, he does have his own language.
Yeah, Zuki calls it the language.
The language.
That does make sense.
Yeah, Zuki's a friend from another app, guys, and she's our friend from Japan, and she speaks more American slang than she speaks regular English.
Now.
Yeah. Some of the language.
I don't want to teach her that.
Some things you don't want to teach her, but other people do.
Too sweet to be repeating bad things.
The girls teach all the bad words.
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah. Like Aggie learned everything from Siobhan.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah. So bringing it all back, Bad Batch is dope, guys. I'm fucking really happy with it so far. I have 0 notes. Whatever she said.
Okay, so do you think Camino is going to still be playing a big part in this? And then, like, what happened? Like, we don't know what happened with Camino. Why, in The Mandalorian, is what's his name, the doctor, doing all the cloning? And they're using the crude facilities, not like on Camino. So does something happen? Like, are we going to find out that the Empire goes and destroys?
I think so.
I definitely think so, because they all know that the Prime Minister is doing things behind their back.
Yeah.
And leaving, not like they're receiving like payment for these clones and the information and stuff, but they're keeping things to themselves, obviously, because it's their technology. And I'm sure probably won't like that.
Yeah, they're definitely being the Caminos are I think, yeah, eventually shit's gonna come up. The Empire's gonna find out that they've been playing them the whole time. The girl clone master, or whatever you want to call her, she's protecting Omega. Which, by the way, now knowing that she's the original DNA strand and calling her Omega is fucking brilliant. I fucking love that, because she's the last, which is, yeah, it's great. Love the name. But the Prime Minister is also, he's playing games because everyone's trying to get the original DNA and all this kind of stuff. So yeah, I think Omega's another person that we're going to see in The Mandalorian at some point. she's gonna pop up, and be dope. Join the squad.
I'm also interested in seeing how they tie in on like how they switched and stopped doing the clone production, not only because of Order 66, but I'm sure for other reasons as well. And I'm interested to hear what will happen.
Right. It sounds like Bad Batch is going to flesh that out, though, right, TooMed?
I believe so, because we already have, I guess, episode 3 or 4, where they're trying to bring in outside clones or outside people to be in the forces instead of the clones, and that's where Crosshairs comes in. But then you see they're dressed like the Death Troopers. So is he one of the first Death Troopers? And then they start taking the Death Troopers and they're cloning Death Troopers. Then they're making them into machines. So the Death Troopers that we have and the Mandalorian are like, I forget what the hell they're called. Like super Death Troopers are they're like third or fourth generation of whatever experiment and doing everything else. Oh, and 2, everything has to. There was a tall clone. It was Snoke. In the last one, that all gets tied into. So
Wait! On that like random base that they all meet at.
The one that falls on.
Yeah. Yep.
That's a Snook clone, really.
Possibly, we don't know. But just like in the Mandalorian, I thought
it was a Coruscant.
We think it's Snoke clones at the end of the Mandalorian when they're delving more into the whole cloning thing. It looks like Snoke, but was or are those cloned Kaminoans?
That's what it looked like.
Is that what Snoke comes from originally, or some kind of?
But that factory is also like worn, like broken down.
They just look they just look Kaminoan to me.
Yeah.
Kaminoan.
We need a flashback.
Yeah.
But you watched it a second time, and we did. So.
Yeah.
I skipped over that part, but
yeah,
because I just watched
it. What is Snook's race? Do we know Snook's race?
Nope.
Snook race.
Don't know.
Let's find out. Oh, according was an alien male who was a ranked
Canto Bright.
Cantonic.
Canto Casino.
Cantonic from the planet. Oh, that's where they're from.
Yeah.
There's not really much. It doesn't really say. No, pink skin. No, that's not right.
Canto Bite is on Canto. Canto Bite's the city. Canto whatever is the planet. Cantonicon.
Okay, let's see here. Here we go. Born, died, species, humanoid, genetic, strand cast. Huh.
Affiliates with the First Order.
What's a strand cast? A strand cast spells is bioengineered organism. Okay.
You just said it's clone.
Yeah. So there you go. And it looks kind of Kaminoan mixed with human, But
that's where a strand class is different than a clone, because they're not actually cloned. They're genetically grown or modified or whatever. So it's not actually a clone. But that's where like Palpatine, Rey's father is a strand cast. So Rey wouldn't be, but Rey's father is a clone of Palpatine, even though he didn't look like Palpatine did when he was younger. So
right.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird. But no, I thought Rey's not a clone. I thought Rey is his granddaughter.
His granddaughter, but her father is his clone.
Well, then it's not. Then it's her daughter. This is his daughter.
But it's cloned from his DNA.
But it's not genetically. I mean,
genetically it's his daughter. Figurative. Whatever. Whatever. Fucking whatever. That's at the end of the day. Fucking whatever.
He's more like a weird uncle.
Oh my God, weird Uncle Palpatine.
He's an estranged grandfather.
Execute order. Come
Wow.
here, I've got your nose.
Got your news.
Yes. Something,
I electrocuted
something.
you a little.
I've got your nose. Something, something complete.
All right. So, what are your predictions for the Bad Batch?
So,
And then we'll have you back after it's over to see
yes,
how you did.
I'm calling it right now that they're going to Crosshair is going to cross over and come back to the Bad Batch. They're going to figure that out somehow. I'm going to say Omega is going to survive and make it all the way through to Mandalorian, if not post prequels as well. And I also think that we're going to see some Hutts. At some point, the Hutts are going to show up this season.
I mean, the other thing too is people are like, oh, well, don't you think they like this soldier and that soldier would have met each other, or this general and that generals maybe, but still, just think of like a country's army, like a huge army, U.S., China, Russia, something like that. You have people that have never met each other, different divisions, generals or whatever, that don't even know who each other are. So it's completely feasible that, you could sit here and get nonstop Star Wars stories about battles that took place on a planet, because it happened on one side of the planet and the other side of the planet, not even, a country.
Right.
So like, that's just, I try and stay off Twitter as much as possible, but I do, I hop on there every now and now it's every couple days instead of every couple hours. And my mental health is so much better for it. Just go to Live It.
Right.
Download and watch me on Live It.
It's great.
Mrdylangray.
I'm all right. TooMed's the content king over here.
I'm all right. You're the content king. Oh, but wait. Love on Live It.
That's right. July 8th, baby. That's right,
saying...
guys. Can I plug it? Can I do a plug right now?
Sure.
The first ever 100% reality show in the world, guys. What? How is that possible? Because the whole thing is live. Zero editing, okay? And it's like, imagine Flavor of Love, but more ratchet. And that's Love on Live It, guys. And it's 100 things are chosen, like the audience can help choose who goes on dates and all that kind of stuff. It's really awesome. And TooMed, spoiler, TooMed over here is going to be on it. He's trying out for the heart of Melody Alana. So tune in July 8th. That's a Thursday, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or as TooMed likes to say, correct time. And
how is Sarah? How's your baby mama going to feel about that?
Which one?
Both of his baby daddies actually are okay.
Yeah, they're my baby daddies.
Oh, right.
And they're 100% okay with it.
Yeah.
We support you.
He supported Sarah when she went on season 2,
I have to say, I am kind of liking this whole, it's almost like instead of 3 men and a baby, it's like four men and a baby on the for the Bad Batch.
Yeah, four men and a baby for Bad Batch.
Except she's almost smarter than any of them, and is like, no, actually, we should probably do maybe this instead. Yeah. Quietly, does anyone want to hear what I have to say?
when they went, they were trying to find Sid, and they had no idea. We all know that, oh, that's got to be Sid. It's like movie 101 or storytelling 101 that's who it is, and they can't figure it out, and she's got to be like, guys, here you go. The other thing I was thinking too, it's like, man, these soldiers are just bringing this little kid around with them, but I mean, they were raised. Their whole reason for an existence is to be soldiers, and that's what her, whole reason for existence is too. So it's not really like, oh my God, there's whatever she is, an 8-year-old girl or a 10-year-old girl or 12-year-old or whatever, going around doing all these crazy missions or whatever. It's like,
I know she could be 50. Just kidding.
Wouldn't that be a trip?
She's the oldest one.
She's the oldest one, really.
Yeah, instead of being genetically modified to age faster, she doesn't age.
Yeah.
That's right.
Keeps her fresh.
Exactly. Awesome. So that's interesting. So Elizabeth's prediction is that Omega is the oldest. That Django is actually Omega's clone. That's why she's the original DNA, is what they say. Awesome.
That's craziness. Well,
thanks for having us, man. I appreciate you.
Well, thank you very much for being here. I mean, I talk to Dylan every day, pretty much.
Oh, yeah.
But he will definitely be back here in 7 weeks from now, 6 weeks from now.
Maybe sooner. Whenever you want. Whenever you want us, we're here. It's not a big deal.
If you're predicting from when Bad Batch is going to end and our answers are going to match up, then yes, we'll see you then.
Yes, 7 weeks, baby.
All right. Well, thank you guys for stopping by, and you're welcome anytime.
Thank you, man. We appreciate you. You want us to leave, or how's this work?
I got the dot to do.
Okay, for sure. I didn't know if you're gonna D at all. So
I can do this
like this. D. Boom. All right. So we need to do what's in the box, because I got some building up right now. Oh, that just really messed up my green screen when I did that. But we got a couple things over here. So like I already showed off. Oh, I should do this part too. So that was Mrdylangray and Chef Gray. Just look them up on their social medias and you can find them. Dylan, he's always on Live It too. So just download the Live It app and find him for his nonsense. I already showed you this. I got this a little while ago. I still haven't opened this up. But we will. But you can see, man, some of the artwork in here is freaking amazing. Like, look at that. We'll delve into this sometime. One day, we'll do a little streamy stream. But yeah, I have a lot of stuff I need to open. I'm probably gonna try and do a couple of videos for that coming up here soon. But I know that there are a couple of books, anyways. Over here that I should try and pop open. Yeah, it's like I said, it's been a little while since I've I think right around May 4th I had a peed on, and that was the last one. But here we go. We got a what's in the box? What's in the box? All right, here we go. See that bad boy? The Mandalorian Guide to Season 1 Collector's Edition. No idea what it is. But it looks really good. So far, just open up. We got the different helmets on there. And the Mandalorian lore. Warriors. Hey, there we go. We got Spiel. I can't see that one because all right. Cool, nice little starting point. See if we got another one. Another book in here. Maybe another book. Maybe another book. Maybe it's the Book of Boba. I don't know. Well, it's not the Book of Boba. But it is Boba Fett. Right here, this bad boy coming in here hot. Coming in hot. Right there. And we'll do one more just to, make a big enough mess back here to. We got a duplicate book here. We got a duplicate book. So here's the rule. If you order a toy or collectible, book being one of those lines right there, and you already have one and you didn't know that you had it or that you'd ordered two because you're ordering way too much shit to too much merch to too many collectibles to keep an eye on, you got to give it away. You can't sell it. Those are the rules. Now, if you buy extras to sell, that's one thing, but then don't be a scalper. And we'll do a Funko Pop while we're here, right, guys? We'll do one Funko Pop. So what's in the box right here on the Funko Pop? I don't know. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got right here? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got right here? Obi-Wan Kenobi. Speaking of this devil, we got an Obi-Wan Kenobi right there. Yeah, I'll put it back over here so we do the proper opening for it. And that was a good. I like that one. I like that one. We'll do another one. We got another box right here. Another box right here. So we got. It's gonna be a Funko Pop. Gonna be a Funko Pop. Which one? How do we go? How do we go? What do we got? What do we do? What do you do? What do you know? Oh, hey, it's the Pride Trooper. You can't really see it because it's. Wow, this makes that go away, or is it because I'm going too close to it? With that, I don't know. Craziness, though. Craziness. Yeah, put that back in the box. And do. All right, one more. Gotta do the three. What's in the box? Okay, we did 3 books. We gotta do 3. 3 of the Funkos, right? What do we got here? We got the Darth Vader Rainbow Funko, or Valentine's Day Funko. That one I'm going to save. All right, y'all. Yeah, let's do this again soon. Go ahead, check out my Patreon. Go hit me up. I can give you a link for Live It. I am affiliated with them, so it does help me pay the bills. I'm contracted with them. So with that, I say good day. May the force be with you. Always. Where am I looking? I got a new camera, and I knew I have a new setup, and my other clamp broke. So, what else?